And we are live. Welcome to the first edition of August for Not Mainstream, August 4th, 2017. And we are at war. We are in a fight. Lucille is back. We need all the support we can get. We are getting censored. We're getting, Twitter is banning us, Facebook's banning us, YouTube's banning us. I mean, they're all on a censorship ban right now. I mean,
have you seen this new crap from YouTube now? Where
I mean, Eric Trump can't even put out a tweet that says 20,000 jobs is being created without it being blocked and saying, "Oh, this content might be sensitive." I mean, come on, give me a break now. I mean, this is an information warfare right now. I mean, they are absolutely trying to block us, trying to censor us, trying to dictate what we can and cannot say anymore because they thought Hillary was going to be president and now she's not, and now they're in panic mode, meltdown mode. They're absolutely trying to do anything that they can to block us. But we're here.
I'll tell you what's happening. People are cutting the cord as far as the cable news. They're not watching. They're not getting their news from CNN or NBC or CBS, any of the alphabet networks.
Yeah,
they're getting it online, and they're also getting it from alternative media.
Yeah. I mean, alternative media is now in basically censorship mode because YouTube does not want their opinion out there because they know that their opinion is basically 100% true.
Right.
I mean, they're more credible now. Alternative media is more credible than mainstream media. I mean, mainstream media, maybe with a few exceptions with local networks, but I got a feeling that now they're going to go local networks. Now I got a feeling that local networks is going to be 100% biased and 100% against Trump. I mean, they have nothing else except for local network news.
Look at what's happened to Mark Dice. I mean, they've been taking his content down. They've been messing with his videos and all that. Hey, Amy.
Hey, Amy, what's up?
Hey.
Yeah, we were discussing that we are in a war and we have to fight back.
With Lucille?
Yeah. I'll be leading the charge with her.
That's cool.
But we was discussing that basically we was discussing that YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all that, they're censoring content. They're blocking people from seeing us. They're blocking people from actually reporting actual news. And, and Henry's bringing up Mark Dice, and his videos is getting demonetized, and his subscription feed has been going, down because they're trying to block people from subscribing to him. Block people from liking his content, sharing his content, posting his content. I mean, this is an all-out information warfare.
Oh yeah,
I mean, I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're being censored as much as the way they're saying they are. They still have, numerous amount of views. I mean, their videos get a lot.
Yeah.
Who was it?
I'm not saying I'm sure they are, but I'm just saying that it's bad is what they're saying.
Well, Six Hexenhammer 666 was talking about vid.me, I think it is.
Oh yeah,
and the possibility that some people may move their content over there, over to vid.me, move it away from YouTube.
Yeah, vid.me is pretty good. A lot of people, too, I saw are going on to Minds and doing a lot of their live blogging there, too.
Yeah, and gab.ai is a great alternative to Twitter. So
I downloaded
there's more social networking being created every day to stop this censorship that's been happening.
Yeah.
I did download the Gab app. I didn't set up a username or anything yet, but I plan on doing that.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I mean, there's, I mean, the social media sites that I do now take up a lot of time. So I don't know how I'm gonna manage a third.
Yeah. Yeah, basically what it is, I connect my Twitter to Gab, so everything I post on Gab automatically sends to Twitter.
Oh, it does?
And something else that Sticks Hex and Hammer said. He said if YouTube keeps this up,
Wait,
it's going to be.
Who is this guy? Who is Hickson Hammer?
Sticks Hex and Hammer. He's a he's just a general commentator.
He kind of looks like me, but only scrawnier and with long hair.
Yeah.
Really? I'm gonna have to Google search him so I can see that.
He kind of looks like me.
And what he was saying if YouTube keeps this stuff up, they're going to look a lot like MySpace. I mean, and who uses MySpace anymore?
Yeah, I mean,
I still have my MySpace account from.
I do too.
I do too. I never logged in.
Well, I mean, it was MySpace was popular before Facebook,
right,
so that was like when all the social media was coming about. Everybody had a MySpace, and you could decorate your wall and put music themes on it. I kind of miss that, but I don't really use it, but I have it.
Did you guys know that Justin Timberlake actually bought MySpace out?
When did he do that?
Yeah, that was like a few years ago. And he bought MySpace out because he wanted to reboot it as a network for up-and-coming music people.
That's exactly what it is right now. And it's, I mean, I don't know. I don't really have any use for it. So I'm not a musician.
Huge back in my middle school days.
Did you put out your fancy music on there?
Oh, God. 10 years ago, it was big. I mean, MySpace was huge 10 years ago. Yeah.
Then you can organize your top 5 friend list, and people get mad. Hey, I'm not in your top 5. Well, I'm not in your top 5. I just put it on randomize, so to be random.
Could you imagine if Facebook had that a top 5? How many people would be so pissed off at you? Oh my God, I can't even imagine.
If they did that, hopefully they do a randomize thing on there.
Remember the one guy that everybody would friend on MySpace? The one guy?
Yes.
The creator of MySpace.
The creator, everybody would friend him on MySpace,
I mean, as soon as you automatically get a MySpace page, he was automatically friend.
Yes, he was.
Yeah. He has a Facebook, and I guess he made so much money. So what he does now is he just travels around the world, and you'll see photos of him on the mountaintops, and he's just, living the life. It must be nice.
He was always the one dude everybody, as soon as you got a MySpace account, there he was. He was your first friend.
That was cool.
I think there needs to be an alternative to Facebook. There needs to be an alternative.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? Maybe we need to bring back MySpace.
The amount of users on Facebook, I mean, just over the past 3 or 4 years, I mean, it was funny because I've been trying to stay off of it, as much as I can. It's not really always that possible, but I woke up like at 1 o'clock last night, and I just could not go back to sleep, and I was bored. So I was scrolling, and everything was a video. It was just like video clips. I mean, that's all I see is like memes and videos. There's really, I guess that's what it's turning into. I don't know.
Well,
the only time I use Facebook is for my social commentary, which I think people enjoy.
When it comes to social media, there's Facebook and Twitter, then there's Facebook and Twitter. So, unless if Gab starts picking up steam, though, it could be the next Twitter.
And the guy on Gab is on Twitter, and he's very active on trying to get people on Gab. I mean, I see his post and stuff, and he's always saying that you don't have to worry about your speech and your comments, and it's not censored as the way that Twitter does it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it and try it out and see how that works.
Yeah, it's not bad. I kind of enjoy it.
Maybe we could do a VidMe and upload. I don't know if there's a way that after, you know, the videos go into archive that you could upload them onto vid.me.
Yeah, what I can do is download the video. I can go on keepvid.com, and it'll download each video that I post the link to in YouTube, and then I can probably upload those to vid.me.
That's what I use. I use KeepVid.
Yeah.
And then you can download YouTube, Facebook videos, all kinds of content. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that may be a good idea as well. I mean, maybe reach a larger audience at least, maybe.
Yeah, that would be great.
It's especially, of course, it's especially good if there's something that is absolutely just monumentally important that happens. Mm-hmm. And let's say that it's a video you see once and then it's taken down. But if it's like it's a video that you can download it to your system and say, I've got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
why I need to start doing that again, which is downloading these archive videos of not MainStream, because I mean, who knows? YouTube can take these things down at any time they want.
Shane's home videos.
Yeah, I don't know how to change that. I don't know how to change.
I don't know either, but every time I log in, I just laugh. I'm like, oh my god, this seems like some type of like 80s porn show.
At least, hey, my porn would be the best porn out there.
I'm like, oh my god, he's got to change that name.
I don't know how to change it. I have no freaking clue how to change it. But you see, okay, so you want to hear the backstory of this? All right, so this YouTube channel was supposed to be for my home videos that I did like back in the 90s when I was a little kid. And I was going to upload them for the world to see.
Sure. Whatever you say.
And then I decided, you know what? Okay.
Just joking.
Do I need to bring out Lucille, Amy?
No, we're good.
All right, so yeah, I was going to upload all my home videos from the past when I was a little kid growing up for the entire world to see. And I decided, you know what? Instead of doing that, let me do something with doing politics and stuff and covering the news. So I changed all that and wiped Shane's Home Movies to politically alternative. Well, it was the People's Media. Now it's politically alternative media. But I have no freaking clue how to change that in that little screen that you already see.
It's funny though. You don't have to change it.
I have to change it.
Don't get schlonged, by the way.
Yeah, don't get schlonged by Shane's Home Movies.
I noticed you had the cup.
What do you have?
Be amazing today.
I like it.
I walk around work with this cup and I'm like, yeah.
Oh man, this is so much fun. Oh man, I'm so glad we're having so much fun tonight.
Yeah, it's been a long week. I had a terrible afternoon. My boss decided to move my desk, right? My little office in front of her office.
Once you said move your desk, I instantly thought of Office Space. Will they move
I'm like literally right in front of her window now, and I guess she's like, "Oh, you're gonna be by the principal's office," like trying to make a joke about it, and I'm like, "This is not funny."
Yeah. Remember they kept moving Milton to different places. They eventually moved him to like a darkened corner in the basement.
Yeah.
No, this is the story. I have been moved. Now, this is going to make 1, 2, 3, 4 times now. 4 times I've been moved. And
oh, wow.
See, just like Milton. See?
It's like I now can pack my office in like 10 minutes because I'm so used to being moved. Because they always have these great ideas about, oh, well, we need to keep this department here and this department here. Well, then you'll have like a super bitch that doesn't get along with everybody. So then,
Just as long as they don't take your stapler, Amy.
No, I have an automatic stapler that just like, I mean, it staples super fast. Anybody takes that stapler, they're dead. I'll have to get Lucille. That's how that's gonna happen.
let's try to get back on topic now. Try to like note to myself: do not take Amy's automatic stapler.
No, or my hole puncher.
Or your
I'll fight somebody over that hole puncher.
Is that hole puncher automatic?
No, it's manual, but it's mine. In my scissors.
What about your tape?
I have some of that too. And then I have like when I have to seal an envelope, I have this special like sponge thing, so I don't have to lick it because it tastes really.
We've got one of those. We got one of those at work where you put the water in there and it.
Yeah. Well, there's only like 2 in the whole building, and I have one. And these people try to take it all the time, so I have to like literally guard my desk so they don't take my shit. It's terrible. Terrible.
Oh man, oh man, I you know what? Working with Amy, I think it'd be so much fun in that office.
Well,
I'll do IT for you guys.
About 92% of the people I work with like me, and there's about 8% that don't. And those 8% are what I would call the super bitches. It's funny because this one lady, I blocked her on Facebook because oh my God, I was friends with her, and then that's a whole nother story. But anyway, I was sitting by her, and now I'm not, thank God. So anyway, she'll like post these memes on her Facebook that say, sometimes, or when you're at work and you just want to say, shut that, F up. And like this one lady will come show me, and I'll be like, oh my God, I just want to bitch slap her. I know she's talking about me. I know it. So anyway, yeah.
Oh my God. Well, let's pray that you don't watch this. Let's pray that you don't watch this.
Do you know how awful that would be? I don't think they will, but
hey, Amy,
that would be terrible.
Monday morning. Hey, Amy, I saw you on this guy's webcast. You talking about me? I'm not no super bitch. You're the super bitch.
Oh yeah, that would be awful. Anyway, okay, let's move on.
So back.
Let me just make a disclaimer. That was all made up.
Allegedly, there's some super bitches going on.
Maybe there's a high probability. Well, no. Okay, enough about that.
All right, so let's get back on topic.
Yeah, I was talking to Shane before we came online. Yeah, Congress is now on recess. I guess they feel that
Congress is on recess after not doing anything this past month. They failed at healthcare.
Mm-hmm.
How many times did they fail at healthcare that 1 week alone?
No.
Jeez.
On vacation, which is a lie. He's going to go to New Jersey because they are fixing the White House. They're fixing the air and heating system. Mm-hmm. And it's going to take a couple of weeks for them to get fixed.
Yeah, and back in the 1900s, they used to go sit in fountains to cool off. Yeah, I don't know who posted it, but they showed something about what the people in DC did before air conditioner days, and they had like a list of things, and one of them was that they would go sit in like fountains in the water and just hang out. That's awesome. That's what I would do. I had to just be like, I'm taking my lunch break in the fountain.
Go for a little swim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool off for a little bit.
I may not come back, but yeah.
But let's get down to the big story that I've been seeing and hearing, which is H.R. McMaster. I don't know if you guys have been following this or not.
Yes. Yeah. He's from the Obama administration.
No, this dude is globalist deep state as far as you can get. Basically, what he's been doing is basically censoring information going to Trump. Say if someone has a Breitbart article or an InfoWars article, He does not want them to see that. And if anybody is pro-Trump or anti-globalism, he fired them right there on the spot. And this dude needs definitely to go. He needs to go, and we have to push him out.
Mm-hmm.
I think General Kelly will probably get him out in the next couple months.
Hopefully they will. He will.
He seems like he's pretty, straight cut guy. Doesn't mess around. So
they're going to get to Moochie being gone too.
Oh yeah, we have Scaramucci, which is shocking to me. It shocked me when he left. But maybe he done his job, which is to get Priebus out and Spicer out. But with McMaster,
I think that's what they brought him in for. I think that's what they
Kelly going to get him out.
I think that's what they brought Scaramucci. I think that's why they brought Scaramucci in there, was to get rid of Priebus and Spicer, and then eventually, he resigned or he was fired, depending on who you talk to.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different. What's the word? There's a lot of speculation. I mean, there's different scenarios that could have happened. It could have. I mean, Trump may really not have liked his comments during that phone call, or the comment of that he wanted to, kill all the leakers. It could have been that he was brought in to get certain people out. It could have been that, he wanted to choose his family over it. I mean, there's a lot of ways that it could go, and we don't really know, I guess.
Yeah, because from what I understand is that his wife was pregnant.
Yeah, I guess what happened is she gave birth, and he missed it.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
Yeah,
and he was he was with Trump at the Boy Scout Jamboree. Scaramucci was, and then he got a text from I guess his wife or a family member or somebody stating that she gave birth, and then that's all it was.
But she didn't want him there. I mean, they were already, I guess, split up, and she didn't want him there at all. And I guess that was a big debate on a lot of his posts, because the people, I don't know if you looked on his Twitter post, but I mean, they're cruel. They were saying some really, really nasty things.
Yeah, because I saw the tweet that said, keep my family out of this. I mean, I can take it, but just keep my family out.
And that was before he made that tweet before he was fired or he left or whatever happened, his departure. But when I was reading it, they were, going through it. It was the wife had told him she didn't want him there.
Oh wow.
So I mean, I don't really know how.
Because I think the day before, the day after he got the job, his wife wanted a divorce. Filed for divorce.
Well, I think they were already split up, and then she actually filed the Friday after he took the job, and then the following, was it Monday or Tuesday, is when he left.
Yeah. And then there was the rumor going around that he was having an affair with Kimberly Guilfoyle from Fox News.
I saw that, yes.
So we don't know if it's true or not.
I wouldn't mind having
that was part of the rumor mill going around. And
I wouldn't mind having an affair with her.
I saw that Gavin I don't know how you say it, McNeese.
Oh, Gavin McInnes.
Yeah, he was like, I don't know how I guess making fun that he's kind of like a Oompa Loompa short kind of guy. That how would he get on her? I don't know. It was pretty funny. I just won't go there.
I want to give a special shout out to News and Cybersecurity. Amy, you know who he is. We know who he is. He's on Twitter and he does some really good work. And he's watching the show. He's watching the show right now. So
is he?
Yeah, News and Cybersecurity News and Cybersec.
What I was going to say, that Yeah, I agree with Scaramucci as far as keeping the family out of it, unless they inject themselves into it politically. But if they don't say a word, if they are just innocent and they don't say anything, yeah, keep them the hell out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they did it with, Trump's family too. I mean, look what they did to, Barron. They brought him into it. They had no business bringing that boy into it. But that's how low they go. They don't care. They don't care.
Yeah. Well, they did the same
it's
crap.
Disgusting.
They did the same crap to Sarah Palin's family.
Yes.
They did
I remember that.
Same crap.
Oh yeah, with her special needs child. Oh my god, that was disgusting.
Did you remember when I guess there was something where the boy was standing on their pet dog or something in their kitchen?
I remember that.
Do you remember that?
Yep.
I mean, people flipped out. And I'm talking flipped out. And I'm just thinking, I mean, toddler and a dog, that kid is always going to want to ride the dog.
Yeah.
And step on it. I mean, that's normal toddler behavior. And they just tore her apart. I mean, it was pretty bad. I didn't like that. I don't like how they go after family. I don't think it's necessary.
Absolutely.
I mean, Sarah Palin herself, she's like, yeah, go after me because I can take it, but leave my family alone.
But they won't, and they never will, because you have all the, the people, whatever opposition it is, they're going to run to that type of material. I mean, that's where they profit from, is people. They sell the drama. People want to see the drama. I mean, they're not happy unless there is some type of conflict going on. There's just those type of people that thrive off of it, and that's what they do. And it's been like that forever.
Saturday Night Live even went as far. It was because of that asshole Al Franken, and I still can't stand him.
Yeah.
Writing a skit which implied that Todd Palin was having an incestuous relationship with Crystal Palin.
That's the same thing with Trump and Ivanka. I mean, how they were. I mean, they did that too. It's disgusting. I mean, I don't know. When I see my dad, I hug and I give him a kiss. So, I mean, I don't see where that's inappropriate. The only people that find it inappropriate are the ones that have like sick heads. It's just gross.
And plus, not only that, I mean, Saturday Night Live, they're out of material. They're digging at the bottom of the barrel at this point. They've got nothing.
All they do is make fun of the White House. I mean, that's all they do.
The only thing they have is Alec Baldwin as the impersonator of Trump, and he doesn't really do a very good job at that.
And I think he said he was playing. I think he said he played him for the last time this past season. So,
well, good. Maybe he can go into retirement.
Yeah, hopefully. But so the McMaster story, I really like to see him out of there. I mean, I think he is the one that's not getting the America First agenda through, his Trump's foreign policy through, and Trump needs to get him out as soon as possible.
I think any Obama administrator or anybody that was connected with Obama and his administration has to go.
Yeah.
And I still don't understand why previous secretaries of state still have security clearance. I don't understand why they granted it back to Susan Rice. I don't. It really.
I mean, she's no longer there. She's no longer there.
Well, and then Hillary still has security clearance.
Why?
I don't.
Why do they have security clearance if they're no longer there? Well,
so does that mean
Susan Clinton, of course, that's the main reason why. But Susan Rice, I guess because she's an Obama holdover.
So Obama probably still has it, and then Bush and Clinton. So I mean, it's just unbelievable.
I mean, anybody that deals with the previous administration that no longer is there should not have security clearance at all. It needs to be revoked completely. And I don't know why McMaster still okay security clearance for Susan Rice, and she was the one that unmasked all these people. And she basically, I think she testify or did she not testify? Because I heard that she was going to testify, but then they reschedule her testimony for some other date, or they canceled
I don't believe she has testified yet. If she's ever going to testify, of course.
I don't think she has. I mean, I haven't seen it.
Mm-hmm.
I could be wrong. I mean, I can't answer that 100% truthfully because I don't.
Yeah.
If she has testified, it's been behind closed doors, but I have not heard that she did. So.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they should broadcast it like they do every other one.
Yeah, I think so too. I think.
So do they pick and choose who they're going, what testimony was going to be broadcasted? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the Comey one was broadcasted live. I mean, here's the thing.
Right.
The one thing, you know what? They want this Russia story to be so big and so huge. Why not broadcast the whole thing live to the public, even the closed doors testimonies? I mean, get it all out there.
They should. Doesn't mean they're going to.
Well, didn't Jared testify behind closed doors?
Yeah,
Jared,
he did.
Yes,
Kushner?
he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, why
So
behind closed
that's
doors?
what makes me
That doesn't make any sense.
think, though. Why do they have ones that are open and ones that are closed? I mean, it should be, we as the American people should be able to see every single one of those. That should be our right. I mean, we have every right to know what is going on and what is being said. That way we can make our own decisions on how we feel about the situation rather than relying on people to relay what they think is going on.
And plus those, closed doors testimonies, if they have transcripts, come out of those things, we don't know what they said. I mean, they could have edited some of them transcripts. They could have, take one sentence and mixed it one with another one. And I mean, make it live.
Absolutely. I completely agree.
Well, they won't release it, and then if they do, they'll declassify only, certain parts that are available to the public. Or they'll wait 60 years. Like now, you have a lot of, let's say, is it Roswell, or I don't know, one of those alien events that went on. I mean, now you can go and look at all of the back reports that have been released, all these years later. People don't know they can go find those, but they're available. And it's the same thing with Hitler as well. They have they've released those as well. But they don't advertise that, so people don't know to go look for them.
Well, Roswell was almost 70 years ago, so.
Yeah, it's like, what, 1960
something? No.
Oh, really?
1948.
Oh, yeah. Or
is it 47?
You're a little slow on your math tonight.
It's Friday.
I know.
It was 47.
I wasn't really sure what year it happened in.
I think it was 47, so we are talking 70 years.
Well, another thing that I saw today is Russia is going to be investigating NASA's moon landing to see if we ever went or something.
Oh, really? I didn't see this.
I saw it this morning, like when I first woke up, but I was like half asleep. So I have to go back and find it and see what exactly it says. But I guess basically, I think there's a YouTube channel. Truth Stream Media, I believe, is the one who put it out. Maybe not. I don't know. They all run together. I'll have to look at it and see. But
that was one conspiracy we forgot to talk about was Roswell, because there's been the whole thing where it was hoaxed or it was a weather balloon and all that.
If we
talk about that,
if we do talk about Roswell, I have my children's grandmother, their father's mother, it's a long story, but she was around during those times, and she had an uncle that worked there, and she told me some interesting stories. So I'll have to. I
think we got a topic next week.
Yes.
Roswell.
Yeah.
Roswell.
I have to. Yes. I have to call her anyway.
Area 51, all that. Yeah, Area 51.
Do it.
Remember that episode of the X-Files, Shane? You remember?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
when they went to Area 51. Michael McKean.
You know what? I looked for those X-Files shows, and I still couldn't find them.
It's on Netflix.
I know, but
they got the whole series on Netflix.
I couldn't find those 5 new ones you were talking about. They all looked from like the 90s.
There were 6 of them. They're not on Netflix yet. Wow.
Yep.
I
Rain of Fire
couldn't find it.
said, "Hey guys."
Hi.
And then
Hey.
Rain of Fire said 1947, moon landing, total fraud.
Well, what they were saying is that NASA did all this to bankrupt the Soviet Union. They were pushing it, so I'm not really quite sure of all the details. Like I said, I have to go back and look into that.
Matter of fact, Roswell was August of 47, so we're talking 50 years. I mean, 70 years this month.
Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, they have some underground facilities, and I mean, I'm pretty sure there's things down there. Wouldn't it be fun to
I
go
wonder if
look?
President Trump knows about Roswell and Area 51.
Oh.
Now,
well, we know the president in Independence Day knew. Actually, he didn't know originally until they took him there.
Oh yeah, you're right. I remember that. Yeah, he was shocked.
Mm-hmm.
He had no idea. I think there are things that the president don't know about.
Data from Next Generation was the doctor, the long-haired doctor.
The hippie-looking guy with the
Oken, Dr. Oken.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Brent Spiner.
I remember going. That was I think I was maybe in 9th grade or 8th grade. I don't know, but I remember everybody was so excited for that movie.
That movie was a phenomenon back then.
Yeah, we went and saw it, and probably like 5 times. The same thing with Titanic.
I've not seen the new one.
Sequel?
I've not seen the new one.
I haven't. Oh no, I have. It just came out like last year, right?
A year ago, yeah.
Yeah.
A year, yeah. I think I saw it and I fell asleep. But then again, I fell asleep with my dinner in my
I think they brought back just about every character except for Will Smith.
Yeah.
For
Jeff Goldblum, and
yeah. Even Bill.
I may have to rewatch it.
Who was the former president? They brought him back.
Yeah, we can talk about that next week. That'd be fun.
Yeah, Roswell.
And then in the meantime, I'll call their grandma and get some more details and write them down so I can remember. Yeah.
All right. And hopefully nothing will happen between now and then of Amy if, she exposes what really happened at Roswell next week.
I was watching Unsolved Mysteries this morning, and they had a segment about UFOs. And they talked about how people who saw UFOs, they encountered men in black. And one of them encountered one that had kind of olive-colored skin, which is very similar to what Indrid Cold looked like. Except Indrid Cold was also known as the Grinning Man because he looked like the Joker.
Well, okay, so remember the other day, Shane, I was telling you I was going to write something. Well, anyway, I got this, I had an epiphany and I had this great idea. So so we have this, this solar eclipse coming up.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
So, I think it's August
21st?
Somewhere around there.
I believe
so.
And 21st. I saw something on the news about it today. Yeah.
The Department of Transportation has been putting out all these massive warnings because, there's millions of people that are expected to go within, this line. It cuts straight across.
Yeah,
and these are places that don't see that much, traffic or population, so they're not equipped to handle this. So there's they're telling the residents to get like 2 weeks of food and prepare to not go anywhere because of the mass influx of people going. Well, I started, and then and like crazy things happen during the eclipse. So I was going to go back to back in the 60s when we had one. And during that time frame, I mean, have y'all heard of like the Mothman?
Yes.
Okay, West Virginia.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
West Virginia. Okay. Well, that happened.
There's a great new documentary about the Mothman from Small Town Monsters. It's called The Mothman of Point Pleasant.
Well,
it's awesome.
During when all this, when we were going through, I guess we weren't alive, but when that was going on, all these people started acting crazy. Like there were mass shootings and murders. It was just insane. So, and it was leading up to the eclipse, and that's when there was more sightings of the Mothman and all of this stuff. So I'm trying to get a timeline of when everything was going on. And then I want to see how much crazy stuff is going to happen from now until our eclipse. Because, I mean, we already do have crazy, I mean, people are crazy anyway. But I just kind of want to see, I mean, because people, I don't know. I just think it would be kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway, I'm working on that.
It's like what happens during the full moon sometimes. Full moon affects people in different ways.
Well, yeah, because it's all of that energy. It's a magnetic energy. So it does affect people. It messes with the vibrations of Earth and our waves. It affects everything. So anyway.
I remember when there was a lunar eclipse a few years ago. I remember that.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Where the sun. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Of course, you could safely look at that one because it was at night.
Mm-hmm.
You could safely look at that.
How far are you away from Atlanta, Henry? Because you could go. Because I think Atlanta is in the viewing point.
I'm about 8 hours from Atlanta.
Oh.
We might be able to see something over here. So.
I don't think I'm going to be able to see anything here, and
Atlanta. He'll probably be able to see it. My dad lives in Marietta.
Well, you should have You should have him film it. That would be cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's going to be. All them people are going to probably be live streaming it, but
he'll get to see. He'll get to see it if he goes outside and look at it. Yeah, he'll get to see it.
Oh yeah,
he's right there.
He's right there. Probably the stupid people that look up right into it and blind themselves.
I think
it's kind of like sun gazing.
I think they have a special type of glasses that you can get. Like
yeah, you can get those at Lowe's. I was talking about Lowe's.
You get those glasses.
Yeah, Lowe's sells everything. You can get anything there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's going to be on. I'm on the NASA website. It's going to be on August 21st.
Yeah,
and it's going to stretch from Salem, Oregon, to Charleston, South Carolina.
Yeah. Why can't it come here? I want to see it.
You can see
That's not fair. I missed out on everything.
It'll be posted on Facebook. You can see it on Facebook.
It's not the same. I want to see it in person. Damn it.
we've had a few solar eclipses here that I've seen. I've seen at least a couple of them. You know, it's at that point. It's about 50% light. There's still a little bit of light. There's still some light. You can still see. You can still see outside, but I mean, but with lunar eclipse, it's a little bit different because it's after dark when that happens. Now I've seen a couple of those. Those are cool. Those lunar eclipses are cool because you can safely look up at that. You can look at those.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't get my moon video this month. I totally forgot.
That's all right.
Man, I've seen some photography from just people with these long lens cameras, and I mean they get some incredible details on the moon.
Oh, those are epic.
Well, because of that, you have your I guess there is no space people. You know, we're in a dome, and the moon really isn't in space. So that's the only reason why you can do that. Because if the moon was really all the miles away, we wouldn't be able to do that.
True. True.
We're in a dome. That's why the Earth is flat, because we're in a dome.
Yes, and Siberia is opening up because of all of that. I don't know.
Like Homer. Dome.
Have y'all seen I guess, I don't know if they're calling them sinkholes in Russia, but have y'all seen the holes that are opening up there?
I have not.
From the permafrost?
I hadn't heard about that. I know down in Florida, y'all have had a few of them down there.
Okay, let's not talk about the sinkholes over here, because no, actually, I haven't. When that Emily came through this week, I was so hoping we were going to get something just so I didn't have a day off work, and we got zero. I got not one drop of rain. I was just a little bit north anyway, but I was worried that if it came through, what the ground situation was going to be, because I mean, everything's still, you can drive down the road and the pastures still have water everywhere. It's not going anywhere. So, and we've been having some bad rain the past 2 days, and the puddles just, I don't know where all this water is supposed to go, but I was afraid of more sinkholes if that hurricane came through. So I'm kind of glad it didn't. But no, when y'all get a chance, just Google it, and I'm sure you'll get some stuff that pops up. But they're perfectly there is not what a sinkhole looks like. I mean, not one in Florida anyway, not anything that I've ever seen. It's just too perfect of a circle. It's kind of weird.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, some people were saying that it could have been, the Russians testing some type of nuclear, or some like the laser, whatever. I mean, I have no idea. Like being in space and lasering down and doing the circle. I don't even know if that's possible. I mean, it could be.
Is it too much to ask to have sharks with freaking lasers on their heads?
For real.
We need some sharks with laser beams on their freaking heads.
Yeah, Shark Week is over. Shark Week is over.
Shark Week is over, yeah.
And so is Shane Week.
In the third one, he finally did get it because his son, actually, a gold member. Yeah, he actually.
That was great.
Seth Green, yo.
What happened to him?
He still works. So
there's actually going to be a Walking Dead Robot Chicken special, and Jeffrey Dean Morgan is Negan.
Sweet.
Yep. Let's see here. What else we got to discuss? So going on with the conspiracy theory, I've been watching InfoWars. Big InfoWars fan. I mean, I find them more credible than CNN. But they're saying that there might be a coup going on against President Trump, and they're going to try to take him out by any means necessary.
Well, I mean, I know you like them. However, Alex Jones has been saying that since the
election.
Yeah, I mean, that he's going to be assassinated. And I mean, I'm not saying there's no truth, but that's my thing with Alex Jones, is that he says it all the time. So, and then if it is possible, it's like, well, it's kind of like the world's going to end on September 15th. You know, the same people say it year after year after year. And then you're like, well, nothing ever happens.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be. Because,
I mean, it's great. It's great to raise awareness because of this. But, we just have to, pray for President Trump. That's all we can do, because we can't stop them from doing something to him.
Yeah.
No, but I feel like if you put out all those negative thoughts, it's just, you get people prepared for it, and it's like you're waiting for something to happen. It's, I don't like that feeling. I don't know. I'd rather not. I don't want anything to happen ever, but I just don't want to have to think about that on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And that's what I don't like.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, we don't want to have a whole lot of negativity as far as our thoughts are concerned.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I agree completely, 100%.
It's like, you should be pushing like positive stuff, I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm not going to say that there's no credibility to it because, I mean, it's obvious that there are people trying to take him out. I mean, if it's impeachment or, the less desirable, I mean, that's obvious. I mean, that's been obvious since day one.
Speaking of impeachment, one of the biggest, of course, advocates for impeachment, Maxine Waters, embarrassed herself in Congress this week.
When doesn't she embarrass herself?
Well, the thing is, what happened was they had Stephen Mnuchin. He was testifying, and she kept questioning him and saying that he wasn't answering her questions or whatever. And then he tried to answer and she says, "Reclaiming my time, reclaiming my time." You need to reclaim your brain, you idiot.
Yeah, Maxine Waters and Nancy Pelosi, I really think they got like a brain tumor, just like John McCain. Because, I mean, they're showing the symptoms of it. I mean, John McCain, when he was questioning Comey,
I think they have Alzheimer's. They don't even know who president is. I mean,
President Bush. It's President Bush.
These are the people that are, helping.
President Bush and Putin invaded North Korea.
It's ridiculous. I mean, that alone should be reason to say, lady, you're done. You got to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think.
My endorsement of Omar Navarro. I mean, 100% endorse.
And why that committee chairman allowed Maxine Waters to go on, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
because if that had been me.
I mean, don't y'all find it disturbing that somebody who doesn't even know who our president is or can't even walk straight without somebody helping her get somewhere is representing us? I mean, I just think that is disturbing.
It is.
And then it makes me, it just blows my mind.
I mean, John McCain, Nancy Pelosi, and Maxine Waters are all poster boys of why we need term limits in Congress.
Yeah.
If I still
need to do that petition, I'm going to look into that and do that.
If I had been that chairman, I would turn to Maxine Waters and said, "No, it is not your turn. Shut up."
Yeah. I mean, I'd just overrule her completely.
Did you see?
But then, Henry, you'd be called out for being a sexist racist.
Exactly.
We wouldn't want that. Not at all. Did you see where Jack Posobiec was with on InfoWars today? I did see that. I did.
Yep.
Is that the one you were referring to?
Yep.
Yeah. I
didn't see that. What happened?
Well, I guess I cut off before I was talking about Alex's negativity. My bad. Sorry. But tell Henry exactly what they said.
Go ahead, Amy. You brought it up.
No. You did, actually. I just interrupted you.
You brought it up. You brought it up. I actually watched it before we came on, but I completely forgot, to be honest with you. So, but go ahead.
I was like, that's what I was saying. You knew what it was.
That's why I tried to pawn it off on you, Amy.
I know. I knew what you were doing.
But I shared the video, Henry, if you want to watch it, and I'll share it again.
Well, see, that's the problem. There's so much stuff that comes out on a daily basis. It's hard to remember sometimes exactly, unless you're like looking at it at that moment to remember. But
speaking of impeachment, it was brought out today that Robert Mueller has finally issued a grand jury for a fake investigation. Oh, you didn't hear about this?
No.
Oh, you did not hear about Robert Mueller's grand jury. Henry, did you hear?
No, I didn't.
I did. I heard about that, yes.
Yeah, so Robert Mueller has finally issued a grand jury. Reason unknown. I don't know. Apparently he found something or didn't find something. I'm going to go to the lesser extent. He didn't find anything, and that's why he's going to do a grand jury. So is this something to be concerned about?
He serves at the pleasure of the president. He can be fired.
Yeah, he can be fired. But now I understand. I heard that there's a bill that's going around basically taking away that power from President Trump of unable to fire Mueller.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean they took the power of President Trump's away of him appointing anybody without a Senate hearing, since Senate is in recess. They took that power away from him.
Sorry, I'm going to pause myself. I have to take care of something.
Okay.
Okay.
See, they're not supposed to have. Congress is not supposed to have that power, though, unless they want to try and censure the president.
Yeah, I mean, this is right here. They're taking away. They're taking away a right from the president, and they claim because they didn't want Jeff Sessions to be fired over the recess. That's their claim.
Trump's not going to do that. He's not Obama.
Yeah,
he's not going to pull that crap.
Yeah, I don't think Trump is going to fire Sessions at this point because, I mean, today Sessions came out and said that the leakers, we got 4 of them, and they get ready to be prosecuted. And you know that's what Trump has been. That's what Trump has been.
Yeah, but there was 4 people that were charged, wasn't there?
Yeah,
but I didn't see where the names. Well, I didn't really look, but where the names were released.
Yeah, they haven't released the names yet. Probably classified stuff now. There are 4 people has been charged of leaking.
But see, here's the thing. The Republicans, when Obama was in charge, they probably had an idea that he was going to do something during the recess, so they did not do anything to stop him from doing stuff during the recess. But yet now they're stopping Trump from trying to do stuff during the recess. But even though I don't think Trump is going to do anything during the recess.
Yeah, I don't believe that he will. But, you know, it's Trump, so we don't know what he will do.
Who knows? I mean, if I wanted to get something done,
they are expending more energy against President Trump than they ever did against Barack Obama.
Yeah. That's because Barack Obama was one of their boys, and, you know, he was part of the elite.
Oh, Obama Day.
Oh, yeah, it is Obama Day, and let's celebrate today because he almost, he was slowly killing our country for 8 years, and, you know, if Hillary was elected, that would have been the death knell on that coffin. Thank God if she wasn't elected.
The only thing that we can actually celebrate about Obama Day is that he's not our president.
Absolutely, it's Trump Day.
Yeah, allegedly, this is allegedly Obama's 56th birthday. Yeah, allegedly.
Oh yeah. Well,
birthday. His birthday's on August 4th.
How come no other president has a president day? Like, or I mean, other than President's Day itself, but like an individual.
Who designated this day to be Obama's day?
Obama.
Oh, of course.
I don't know. I just threw that out there as a joke.
Bruce.
Wouldn't it surprise me? Yeah, because he's in their pockets. Fun fact. Bill Clinton's birthday is August 19th. My birthday is on August 19th. I share a birthday with Bill Clinton.
Oh, Lord.
I wouldn't tell people that.
You know, back when I was growing up, I love Bill Clinton. I'm gonna be honest with you. I like Bill Clinton. I was like, oh, I have a birthday with Bill Clinton. Awesome. Now I'm like, ooh.
Well, you didn't know any better.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know any better.
Rapist.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I mean, I guess I'm lucky. I share a birthday with Mr. Spock. So.
With who?
Mr. Spock, Leonard Nimoy.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
I share a birthday with me, myself, and I because it's my day. I don't share it with nobody. Well, nobody else matters on my birthday.
So, grand jury, is there anything going to come out of this grand jury?
No, because if I
was Trump, I would just fire Mueller at this point and then just take the heat, fire him and take the heat.
He's good at taking the heat. I don't think one more would matter, but even if it does, there's nothing. I mean, I posted that report of Trump or Obama's administration's findings, there's nothing in there Everything it says is probably, could have, might have, not really sure, and this is an intelligence report. That's not what they're supposed to look like. And it's like there may be a 50% or 50% chance that Russia had I don't know
hacked the election.
My brain's not functioning now. I don't know what's wrong.
Influence the election.
Influence. 50% influence over the American people.
Yeah. I think Hillary Clinton did it to herself.
Yeah.
Did we discuss this last week? Hillary is going to write a new book titled "What Happened," and she's going to blame Russia.
No, we didn't.
No.
So Hillary Clinton is going to. Yeah, Hillary Clinton is writing a new book out about the 2016 campaign, and it's going to be titled "What Happened."
Well, first of all, she won't be the one writing it. Somebody else is writing it for her, and her name is going on it.
Yeah, it's going to be a good
she's going to blame everybody else but herself.
Yeah, she's going to blame
what happened is
Trump
nobody likes her.
Yeah, I mean, nobody likes her anymore. People used to like her. Now they don't.
Maybe in the 90s when people really weren't sure or knowledgeable as to what was really going on. But, now that we know all the stuff that we know,
everybody knows she's a bitch. Everybody knows that.
I mean, it took decades for all this to come out and for people to realize how evil the Clintons are.
Not only is she a bitch, I mean, she may be potential. I mean, all these people, all of a sudden, they seem
mysteriously
to
disappear,
wind up dead around her.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, she's...
Do you know that there were several lawyers down in South Florida by Raymond Noodlehead that appeared dead? I mean, they washed up on Miami Beach, and it's kind of weird, and nobody's really talking about that either.
Well, speaking of Ramen Noodlehead, so remember last week was talking about the video of her shaking down the DC police and saying, "I want my laptop back. I want my laptop back, or there would be consequences." Well, now she's saying that laptop is not hers anymore, but it's A1's.
Oh yeah.
So this is from the Daily Caller.
I mean, obviously, there's people that can prove that in an instant not to be correct.
It's a typical excuse from Democrats. Oh, that's not mine.
So Ramen Noodlehead said, "This was not my laptop. I have never seen that laptop. I don't know what's on that laptop," she said Thursday. She said it was Imran's laptop, but purchased using taxpayer funds from her office.
Taxpayer funds.
Just like the B-roll.
Yep.
Well, that's funny how she changed her story so quickly. So what's really on that laptop?
Yep.
Interesting.
There's something incriminating on there, I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Oh, there has to be. Can't they dust it for fingerprints?
All they have to do is get the information off the hard drive. That's it.
As we predicted, she is throwing this other guy under the bus, which is.
Absolutely.
Yes,
I mean,
we did
she's
predict that.
Hillary Clinton 2.0.
Yeah, now she's trying to say it's not her laptop. See, she's trying to say it's his.
Yeah.
Yep.
And as she said, the Sun Sentinel said she has refused to speak personally about the issue until now, and quoted her saying, "I have been on vacation. I am not hiding. I have no reason to hide."
Yeah, right.
She's to hide her face with a brown bag. That was
Amy, are you gonna be Debbie Wasserman shirts for Halloween? You gonna get a paper bag and stick some ramen noodles on it? Be here?
No, I'm not telling you what I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be something cool.
What are you gonna?
But it's not gonna be a ramen noodle head. They probably make a ramen noodle costume too.
What I was going to say was
they probably do.
Yeah, this headline now about her today, she says that, now this is all because of racial bias, ethnical bias, and all this crap.
Oh, yeah.
He's white.
Racism. He's Indian. He's Indian.
Indian? Is it?
Yeah.
I thought he was
He's from
Pakistani.
He's Pakistani.
It's one of them
That's
countries.
not India.
It's one of them countries.
He's Paki. Yeah, he's a Paki.
Speaking of India, India and China have some beef going on right now. I don't know, they're disputing something. I'm not really quite sure, but I saw where China was moving troops to the border, and so was India.
Oh yeah, there's going to be World War III going down.
Now, if this guy has been arrested, is he also throwing her under the bus? Which I wouldn't be surprised if he was.
I haven't heard anything from him. He's been very, very quiet.
Is he in custody or is he out?
I think he's out on like house arrest. They got he's in protective custody too.
He's probably afraid for his life right now. He probably is. He got the doors dead bolted. I mean, God only knows. I know I'd be hiding under my bed.
When you see Hillary and her ugly face, coming through the window like Michael Myers, yeah, I'd be scared too.
Oh my God. Yeah, I don't blame him for not saying anything because, I mean, I don't blame him.
Oh, I don't either.
Mm-hmm.
His lawyer probably told him not to say a word, so that would be the smart thing.
I would not want to work at the DNC.
His they were saying where this guy had like a personal YouTube channel, and he was subscribed to some questionable channels that may have promoted some
terrorist activity.
I think it has something to do with pedophilia.
Oh yeah, the what was it called? Elsa Gate. That's what it's called on Twitter. Elsa Gate. # Elsa Gate. And basically what Elsa Gate is these YouTube videos of these I think kids, or it looks like it's for kids, but it's really more of an adult type thing, and it's just absolutely disgusting.
I never heard of it.
Yeah, go on Twitter and look up # Elsa Gate if you want to.
If it's that nasty, I don't want to look at it.
Yeah, you'll probably be on some kind of list after you do that.
Yeah, no, I don't want to do that. I'm going to stay away from that hashtag.
Yeah, there's also this. There's also this YouTube show which has been criticized called Queer Kids. Yeah.
Oh, I haven't heard of that.
Oh,
I haven't either.
These individuals this person tries to teach kids about queers. I think it's called Queer Kid Stuff. That's it. Queer Kid Stuff.
Yeah, that's propaganda right there.
Why would we be teaching children about that? I mean,
that's the culture now. I mean, we got to teach acceptance. We got to teach tolerance.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta have little girls in guys' bathrooms so they can see their penis.
You know what? That doesn't go on at my children's middle school, and it's a good thing it doesn't, because I wouldn't have all that. I'd be one of them crazy parents holding this sign up in front of the freaking school, calling 24/7, going to every school board meeting. Oh man, no, it would not be good for me.
Yeah,
I'd probably get arrested.
Yeah, my youngest niece, she's fixing to start school on. She's supposed to start on.
If that ever happens, pull them out and homeschool them.
Yeah, she's supposed to start on Monday, but my mother has her cataract surgery on Monday, so my youngest niece won't be able to go to school Tuesday.
She starts kindergarten?
No, she's going to start 8th grade.
Oh, my older son, he's going into 8th grade, and then my younger one's going into 7th. So, they go back Thursday. So we got to do some shopping this weekend, but we do have tax-free weekend.
Ooh,
Oh,
nice.
y'all have it this weekend. Oh, okay. Because we had last weekend here.
Speaking of same-sex bathrooms, I guess you can call it. Have you guys seen or heard of King of the Hill?
Who?
The cartoon?
Yeah, the cartoon, King of the Hill. Hank Hill, Peggy Hill.
Oh, yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
All right, so there was this one episode in King of the Hill, and it was Dale Gribble, and he was going on his conspiracy rant. And one of this rant, I mean, I don't know if they predicted it perfectly or if it was just, one off, but he was talking about same-sex bathrooms. And he was like, next it'll be same-sex bathrooms. And then this was like way early in the 90s, in like late 90s, mid 90s when King of the Hill came out. And I think that episode probably was in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah,
97.
Well, it's kind of like how The Simpsons predicted, 90% of the things that are going on today. And that is so bizarre to me. That's always
I forgot which episode it was, but he was going on a conspiracy rant, and he was talking about next would be same-sex bathrooms. And then after that, he followed it up. That would be a cold day in hell when we institute that in the Gribble house.
I love Dale. I love Dale. He was one of my favorites on there, besides Boom Hour, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. I can't stop yawning. I'm surprised y'all haven't yawned. I thought it's like contagious. Is it not contagious through
I'm yawning. I just yawned, so it is contagious.
I can't stop. I swear, I think I've yawned like 10 times in a row now. I don't know. I have a yawning problem.
Let's see here. Trying to look through Daily Caller, and I saw something that caught my eye, but I forgot what it was. But so, fake news, CNN got their ass handed to them. Jim Acosta did by Stephen Miller.
I was going to talk about that
earlier this week.
I don't like Jim Acosta. There's something wrong with that guy.
Yeah, I mean, here's what he needs to do. He needs to go back to impersonating George Clooney. He looks like George Clooney.
I yawned again. Sorry.
But yeah, so
I'm not really that tired either. I am, but I'm not. He I just don't like him. I don't really have anything nice to say about that guy. Even when you watch the White House press briefings, I don't even know why they call on him.
Yeah, they need to definitely take away the press pass away from CNN.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how much outrage that would spark that we're trying to, or, Trump's trying to silence the media and the freedom of the press? That would be terrible.
Here's what they need to do. As soon as they find out a story that's fake on CNN, that's when they need to pull the press pass.
Mm-hmm.
Or they need to do like, you get like a ban. You do a fake news.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
All right. You know what? All right. If we stay on topic for the next 30 minutes, as soon as we get off, Amy, you can go to sleep.
Yeah, I'm yawning while I'm drinking coffee, if that makes any sense whatsoever. It makes none. I swear I can drink.
Well, remember, it was Acosta that Trump specifically pointed to during that first press conference and said, "You are fake news."
Yeah, I love that. You are fake news.
That was the best thing ever.
Mm-hmm. I watched that like for weeks in and out of him saying that.
That was one of the best campaign moments, I think.
I mean, I think that was like when he was president-elect. And he did this whole press thing. It was so huge. He had all these files and everything on the table. Mm-hmm. It was great. Disappointing and say, you are fake news. And I don't blame him.
One of the other best moments was during when they were doing the debate, him and Hillary, and she had that fly, land on her forehead. And then he was like, because you would be in jail. Now, I still want her in jail, and I still think he needs to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he did run that the whole thing on Lock Her Up. So
Not to mention,
I'm waiting for that.
Not to mention the press conference he held where he had all of Bill Clinton's accusers in that one room.
Oh, that was good.
That was like right before the second debate, and he did it on Facebook Live. And he had all the rape victims, and that one victim that Hillary Clinton got the rapist off.
Oh right, yeah, her too. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And there was like a rumor going around that what Steve Bannon wanted was to have the rape victims right where the Trump family was supposed to sit, so that they would be right next to the Clintons. And they said if they were to do that, they would have kicked them out. So what they did is they settled for front row of the debate.
Yeah, I missed the debates. I wish we had more because that was
there was that one moment during that second debate you saw Bill Clinton look like that, like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like, what are they doing here?
He didn't look good at all. He looked very sick.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, he does. He does look sick. And he's probably got syphilis or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who knows?
All the women he's had, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, there may be something worse than that, but that's just speculation, opinions.
Allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly, he allegedly slept with these ladies.
We have to couch it in these terms. Allegedly, we have to couch
allegedly.
Yeah.
Keep on saying allegedly, even though it's possibly true. Allegedly.
Yeah.
The Lolita Express.
Oh yeah, that's awful, horrible.
Yeah.
Bimbo eruptions. Remember, that's what they called them.
Mm-hmm.
Right before he was elected in '92, it was all about bimbo eruptions, and people, his staff behind the scenes trying to quell these bimbo eruptions. He had Dick Morris and old Serpent Head. What's his name? Carville. Yeah, James Carville. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Who, interestingly enough, is married to Mary Madeline, who was a former Republican speechwriter. Of all things. I mean, you talk about opposites attract.
I don't remember all that kind of stuff.
Let's see here. Trying to see if anything else coming through. So let's go ahead and go into the local news, and I'm going to start with myself since we had a big event. Made the front page with the Daily Telegraph, our local newspaper. Make America Proud Again.
Oh,
Trump digs coal. So front page.
I saw somebody hold a sign. That was awesome. I was like, oh man.
Yeah. Let me see it. Yeah. Put it up again.
Boom.
Yep, there it is. Yep, there it is. That's it.
So and then there's some protesters, which they're probably bust in because I don't think anybody's against Trump in West Virginia.
Oh, did you see the guard chokehold that guy and drag him out?
No, I did not. Was it here?
Yeah, it was just the other night. They had the clip was all over the place. There was a protester and he wouldn't go, and then they made it over to the stairway, and then the security guard had to chokehold him, and the guy fell down. It was.
Yeah, I think those are fake protesters. Those are paid protesters. But the big news that came out of this was that
what's the press going to say about that? Oh, yeah. They're trying to.
I haven't seen too much about it, which is surprising. I thought when I saw him in the chokehold.
I saw the rally.
Go on to Breaking 911 on their Twitter. They had the. It may be yes, you probably have to scroll through a day, but it should be there because that's where I saw it.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny though. I was like, he better be getting paid some good money to get in a chokehold. Get some insurance on that.
But the big news that came out of this, which was leaked to the press just an hour before, was that our governor, Jim Justice, switched parties.
Right, yes.
From Democrats to Republican. And I'm not a big fan of Jim Justice. You probably saw that on my Facebook.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll chance it. I'll try it, see what happens. Hopefully, he's not a neocon like Jim McCain or anybody like that. But Jim Justice switched parties to Republican from Democrat, and I am on a article from Daily Caller, and the GOP is attacking our Senator Joe Manchin after the governor switched parties. But before I get into the article, just because Jim Justice switched parties, the GOP, the Republicans, have control over 26 states now.
Mm-hmm.
So they're in control. They're in control. But let me go into this article and read through it. The Republican Party wasted no time attacking Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia, solidarity high-level Democratic politician, after the governor announced that he would switch parties on Thursday. Actually, he said he was going to switch today, so the switch has already been made. Jim Justice announced his decision to change his registration to Republican at a rally for President Trump Thursday, and the National Republican Senatorial Committee has already had an ad criticizing Manchin for sticking with the Democrats. The party has walked away from West Virginia, but Joe Manchin continues to rub elbows with the likes of Chuck Schumer and Elizabeth Warren and Nancy Pelosi in Washington, D.C. Bob Siller, a spokesperson for the NRSC, told the Daily Caller News Foundation in a statement, "Yes, I can actually agree. The Democrats has walked away from West Virginia. I mean, they turn it back. They turn their back on us because West Virginia used to be solid blue. Bill Clinton, the Rust Belt, all that. I mean, Bill Clinton owned that, and then George Bush came along and turned West Virginia red."
Mm-hmm.
Which don't get me started on Bush because I have absolutely no good things to say about him.
Nope.
It continues on. It is clear Joe Manchin has lost touch with West Virginians, and voters are not likely to forgive his continued membership in the party that abandoned them when they head to the polls next year. Manchin's decision to stick with the Democratic Party means that he has lost touch with West Virginia. The NRSC claims in a new ad that were run on Facebook this month. Before news of Justice deflection to the Republican Party, Manchin released a statement, said that he was excited for Trump's visit and looked forward to working with the president on tax reform and infrastructure. I have been and always will be a proud West Virginia Democrat, Manchin said in response to the Justice Party switch. While I do not agree with his decision, I have always said, and I will work with anyone, no matter what their political affiliation, to do with best for the people of the West Virginia, Manchin said. Justice, who once was an independent, then Republican, then elected governor as a Democrat in 2016, said that the Democrats has left him, and not the other way around. I'll tell you, as West Virginians, I can't help you anymore being a Democratic governor, Justice said Thursday. Fox News and others reported rumors that Manchin would switch parties if the Senate was split after the November 8th election. Manchin denied this rumor, and it was never put to the test since the runoff elections gave the Republicans 52 seats in the Senate. Manchin is up for re-election in 2018, while the Democratic Party looks significantly weaker after Trump won the state with 68% of that vote. Manchin still has a favorable approval ratings. He has also won his Senate seat as an incumbent with a comfortable 60% of the vote in 2012, even though West Virginia went Republican to vote for a GOP candidate, Mitt Romney, that year. Yeah, I'm not really sure why Joe Manchin's has a rating that is, favorable. I'm not really sure on that. I have to look at the demographics to understand why we have a Democratic senator, yet the state voted Republican in the 2016 election. It might have to do something with Democrats because Joe Manchin has really done nothing for us at all that I can tell.
Yeah, I see.
And, he's up there with the swamp with Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer. And, maybe he might open his eyes up and come to the good side because Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi is not the good side.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, that's my local news. Henry, you got any local news?
I do. And this has to do with the school year, the upcoming school year, which is about to start. Okay, students heading back to school, traffic coming with them. I get this to scroll down. Okay, okay, come on, dang it. Bright yellow school buses that have been out of sight will be seen again as summer ends and class begins. Although getting to school on time is important, the Mississippi Department of Transportation encourages everyone to make safety their top priority. With school back in session, MDOT reminds motorists to safely share the roads with proper precautions. According to the National Safe Routes to School program, more children are hit by cars near schools than any other location. Be cautious in school zones and near school buses to keep Mississippi students safe, said MDOT Executive Director Melinda McGrath. Remember how quickly an accident can occur in these areas and always stay alert. MDOT offers many resources for driver safety education with programs for parents, teens, and educators at gomdot.com/safety education. MDOT's Survive Your Drive, y'all, is made up of safety education programs that raise awareness on seatbelt usage, child passenger safety, and the dangers of impaired and distracted driving. These topics are designed to reduce vehicle fatalities and serious injuries. MDOT's SRTS program enables and encourages children in kindergarten through 8th grade to walk and bicycle to and from school safely. The program's goal is to make walking and bicycling more appealing for student commuters and, as a result, encourage a healthy and active lifestyle. MDOT suggests the following back-to-school safety tips for drivers. When dropping off, don't park alongside another parked vehicle. It blocks visibility for other children and vehicles. Don't load or unload children across the street from their school. If possible, carpool to reduce the number of vehicles at the school. Sharing the road with young pedestrians. Don't block crosswalks when stopped at red lights or while waiting to make a turn. This often forces pedestrians to walk around the vehicle and enter the path of traffic. Always yield to pedestrians at crosswalks and intersections, especially when flashers are blinking in a school zone. Always stop for crossing guards and patrol officers. Don't honk or rev your engine to scare a pedestrian. Never pass a vehicle stopped for pedestrians. Sharing the road with school buses. Never pass a bus from behind or from either direction if you're on an undivided road if it is stopped to load or unload children. If the yellow or red lights are flashing and the stop panel is extended, traffic must stop. The area 10 feet around the school bus is most dangerous for children. Stop far enough back to allow them space to safely enter and exit the bus. Allow for a greater following distance behind a bus if you were driving behind a car. Sharing the road with bicycles. When passing a bicyclist, proceed slowly and leave 3 feet between your car and the cyclist. When turning left and the bicyclist is approaching in the opposite direction, wait for the rider to pass. Wait for bike riders turning in front of you without looking or signaling. Children especially have a tendency to be unpredictable. Watch for bikes coming from driveways or behind parked cars. Check side mirrors before opening your door. New teen drivers, always make sure you and all passengers are wearing seatbelts. Obey all speed limits. Don't make assumptions about what other drivers, cyclists, or pedestrians are going to do. Always watch for kids getting on and off school buses. Don't drive distracted. That includes cell phone use, putting on makeup, eating, talking to passengers, etc. If drivers travel with caution and care, everyone can reach their weekday destinations safely. And I mean, these are basically common sense tips, but
yeah, but people don't. I mean, the amount of people that I see, I mean, there will be people that will pass a school bus when the stoplights are out, the bus is at a complete stop. And I've even seen people, because school buses have to stop at the railroad tracks, open their door, look both ways. There will be people that go around the bus at the railroad track. I mean, the boys, they used to have to. There used to be a bus stop, and it was on the main highway, and I would have to, you know, drive there, and I'd wait there, but it would stop, and it was so scary because the people would just, you know, race around. I don't know. People, they have no patience. I mean, everybody's in this big hurry and to get nowhere, and in the process, they, you know, hurt people and kill people. So even though it, you know, it seems like common sense to us, however, there are people who do not have that. So, so they have to remind people every year to stop and pay attention. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Very true.
Amy, you got anything for us?
Well, there's really nothing like major going on, but we do have, there are 2 tropical disturbances out in the Atlantic. There's one off the coast of Africa, and there's a 50% chance of cyclone formation in the next 48 hours. And then we have one coming off the northern coast of South America. And it looks like there's a 20% chance in the next 48 hours, and that's according to the National Hurricane Center. So both of these little things could hit me. So I'm watching it because...
Well, yeah, be very careful.
Yeah, make sure, make sure you get all your food and your water and everything, and stay safe.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the water sells out very quickly. The moment, I mean, people think anything's coming. Like when, like this past week, there was no water at Walmart the other day when Emily was supposed to come through. So, I mean, people that live here pretty much know the drill. I mean, there are some arrogant people that don't think anything can happen. So, but when you live through, you know, a couple major ones and go without power for 2 weeks, you kind of know that anything can happen, and it can change course at any given time, and you just never want to be in that situation, especially when you have kids. I mean, what are you supposed to do? I mean, you have to be somewhat prepared. I mean, even if it's like canned ravioli, at least it's something. But so that's the only thing that I'm paying attention to right now. I mean, there's like the minor, I mean, not minor, but the everyday crimes, but nothing that strikes out. I mean, it is tax-free weekend, and I will be taking advantage of that. But other than that, that's really all that I have, which is a good thing.
My mother did that last week when they had tax-free weekend. When we had tax-free weekend, she took advantage of that. So.
Well, I went yesterday during my lunch to go get the school supplies, because the school, they are not allowed to have book bags. So they make them carry these like big ass binders, like the 3-inch ones, and they're so hard to find. And I didn't want to wait until this weekend because I knew if I did, I wouldn't get one, and then I'd be SOL. So I went out of my way to do that, to make sure to get that. So I had to pay tax on that. I told them, I said, well, it's only a day before, and they wouldn't give me the tax-free. So I tried.
The good thing is this weekend, and anything that you haven't gotten yet, you'll be able to get with no problems, without having to worry about pay taxes on it or whatever. So.
Yeah, I'm not really looking forward to going shopping, that's for sure. It's going to be hell. Major hell.
All right. There's a couple things that we have to get to real quick. The first one is, did you hear about Sheriff Joe Arpaio?
Oh yeah, this judge. I think.
Yeah, he found them guilty, which for basically following the Constitution. I think what President Trump needs to do is pardon Sheriff Joe.
No, actually, it was this federal judge, Susan Bolton, who was appointed by Bill Clinton, by the way, who made that decision, and because supposedly Sheriff Joe was in contempt of court. course, I think I think her decision may have been politically motivated.
Mm-hmm.
I did hear about that. I did hear about what happened with Sheriff Joe,
I mean,
or former sheriff. Yeah.
Hopefully, he'll get a pardon, or the courts will overturn the decision. And also, last week we completely forgot to discuss about baby Charlie. Baby Charlie had died last week.
That was sad.
That's very sad.
That.
I mean, that's just. I mean, I didn't follow the story real close, but from what I understand, was that the court's decision was to block the parents for getting the treatment that the baby needed.
Very sad. I mean, you can thank the healthcare system over there in England for that.
I mean,
I don't even know. I think that goes beyond the healthcare system. I mean, that's the government. That's interfering.
Well, the government too, but I mean, also the healthcare system it's not.
Well, they got a single payer.
Yeah.
Right, single payer.
Yeah.
I'm not really quite
sure. So basically, if we somehow adopt that single payer, it'll be up to the court's decision to see if you get the cancer treatment or not.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, and the judge will rule, well, you can't have the cancer treatment. Sorry about that. Or if it's some illegal off the street, okay, yeah, you can have the cancer treatment. I mean, that's basically that's what the left really wants, is the single payer, and it's going to be horrible. I mean, I showed an article from Daily Caller, and the Canada's healthcare system is blowing up in their face. Another thing, Al Gore, he's back. Good old Al Gore.
Oh yeah, his Inconvenient sequel is out today. Yeah.
Oh wait, didn't you say something about his electricity bill?
Oh yeah, so So Al Gore, who lives in the mansions, basically has 3 times the electricity than the average person. So yeah, his mansion.
Mm-hmm.
So
what else? We didn't talk about the sanctions in Russia coming back saying that
so
about the trade
Russian
war.
sanctions. Basically, Trump didn't want to sign it, but he was handcuffed. He had to do it. Because if he didn't do it, then the Senate and all that, or
and that really bothers me.
Yeah.
I mean, you knew that it sat on his desk for a while before he actually did sign it. So I mean, and then he came out with the statement. So I just don't understand why our sitting president feels the need to sign something if he doesn't feel that's the right thing. That bothers me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't
like
it.
Well, if his hands were tied, then he may have felt like he had no choice. So.
Well, the thing is if he didn't sign it, then it would be like, oh, there he goes again with this Russian,
collusion with Russian.
It was a win-lose situation. It's
so basically, like I said,
he was backed in a corner. I mean, I don't necessarily, I don't like it, and I don't think that should ever happen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's see. I'm trying to think. And Putin responded, and I think he said he's pulling like over 700 people.
Yeah, diplomats.
They have to leave.
Taking the storage. Yeah. Yes, we have some storage over there, and then that's when the Prime Minister, I guess Dmitry. Something. I don't know. Said that basically. Trump should have stood up, and it's just going to equal an all-out trade war. So that's not what we need, but
True. Yeah.
So
the senators seem to know everything.
So weekend Trump, Dow is 22,000, the highest it's been since in a long time, ever, probably first time. Job growth almost 3%, GDP. Jobs of unemployment down. What else? What else is making America great again?
The unemployment or the jobs created exceeded well over what was predicted.
Yeah.
And also, California was refusing to follow the immigration or the illegal alien thing, where they said they weren't going to follow it. I think that came out today. So, California should just. I feel bad for the people, the good people, but
their process of the seceding from the United States, and sayonara.
But the thing is that not all Californians are liberal lunatic maniacs. There are good people there.
True.
So, it's not fair to them. It's really not. But what are you going to do? I mean, they're controlled by crazy lunatic left. It's awful. But I don't know, the farmers can't get help. So if there's all these people, that are, the Democrats were like, who's going to pick the fields if slavery goes away? But it's like, who's going to pick the crops when, all the illegals aren't here?
Very true.
So, whatever. There's only, I guess, so much that you can do. So I guess we'll see what the consequences are for him.
Yep. So I think we probably discussed everything that we needed to discuss tonight.
Yeah,
anything that might be missing? Oh, wait a minute. Lucille's talking to me. She wants to know if you finished Breaking Bad.
You were going to ask me that. I knew. I was like, yes, it's over. And he didn't ask me. I did. I watched one episode. I watched one. It's where Hank died. And I cried.
Oh, you saw that?
Ozymandias.
Ozymandias. A great episode, too.
Great episode. Fantastic episode.
You got
it was emotionally like I cried, and I knew that. That's why I didn't want to watch, because I knew it was going to happen.
All right, so you saw the shootout and everything, and then you saw Hank getting shot. Did you see them getting Jesse?
No.
You didn't see him? Was that in the same episode?
Okay. Yes, it was. Remember?
Okay.
When Jesse was out of the car.
No, wait, stop. I fell asleep.
Oh,
so
no.
I watched, like, I guess I would say about 35 minutes or 38 minutes. I don't know. And then I fell asleep. So I have like 9 minutes or something to go.
All right. I'm not going to spoil it for the rest of you, but.
I know. That's why I had to stop you. I had fallen asleep early last night for some reason. And then.
Should Lucille accept that as an excuse?
Well, you know what? I'm gonna have a Michonne sword, so.
I got one of those too. A real one, though.
Don't.
Yeah, I do.
You have a samurai sword.
It's not actual Michonne, but I do have a sword.
Yeah, well, mine's gonna be Michonne, so.
Yeah, but I don't know. Lucille says finish it. Finish it.
We only have 2 months to go.
I know. 2 months. I cannot wait.
2 months.
I know.
It feels like it's been 10 years. I think I've.
Well, that means you only have 2 episodes left of Breaking Bad to finish, though, Amy. You have Granite State.
Left of Breaking Bad.
Well,
I think you can start on Better Call Saul.
When we're done, I'm gonna go lay down and watch some more.
Granite State and Felina. Yes.
Yep.
Felina. Oh, you're gonna love those 2 episodes.
I did not like when I didn't like it. I don't like crying, so that's what I didn't like.
Mm-hmm. You didn't cry, did you?
Yeah, I cried.
Yes, you did. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I cry all the time. I cried when Glenn died. I cried when Abraham died. I cry when all these people die, and I don't even know them, and I still cry.
We need to put up a camera so we can do live reactions. and
I'm
put
like,
it on
no,
Facebook.
don't do that. It's awful. I feel like I know these people.
I loved the live reactions to the season finale, especially when
Oh,
when Shiva came jumping out. Yeah.
you when it was the season premiere of last year when we had Glenn and all that happen. If there was a camera in my room, I think I was like at the edge of the bed, and I'm just like, no. Like,
oh,
no.
you want to know what my reaction was?
And then I'm like holding my heart, and I'm like, oh my god, this is terrible.
So my when the Negan first hit Abraham, I was like, oh my god, a cop out. They're going to kill a cop out, major cop out. And then
I get goosebumps thinking about it. There's something wrong with me.
I was like, no, I was ecstatic when they killed Glenn. I was freaked out. I was like, yes, thank God, because you should have seen my reaction. And Henry can back me up on this.
Okay,
Wait a minute.
Stop.
I got a story. This is the story. Henry can back me up on this. When we was doing when we was discussing the season finale of season 6, I was majorly pissed off because of the cliffhanger. So I said to Henry, I said to Ellen, if the season 7 premiere is going to be a total cop out, and I would not continue watching season 7.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched. So season 7 premiered. I watched it. Abraham was first. I was like, oh my god, don't tell me they're going to do a cop out. And then Glenn. I was like, oh my god, I freaked out when they showed it. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe they did it. I was man, and then I was like, oh, this is going to be a great season. This is going to be great.
Everybody.
They tell the truth, yeah.
Then Negan, and I was like, freaking excited because of Negan. Negan rules. I love Negan.
The iron on the face.
Oh, the iron.
God.
Oh man, I love that. That was great.
Okay, see, we're gonna have problems here because you are way on to Negan, and I'm all Rick. That's my man.
Oh man, Rick's cool. I like Rick, but nothing can hold a candle to Negan.
You're wrong.
He is so charismatic on the screen. Jeffrey Dean Morgan is.
Yeah.
And Negan is the only reason why I'm watching. If there was no Negan, I probably wouldn't watch anymore.
Oh, whatever. Yes, you would.
Maybe. It just depends. It just depends on the storyline. This depends on the story.
I love those people that say, I'm never watching it again. And then it's like, they're still
next season rolls around, they're watching it.
It's like, oh, God, give me a break.
But I'm not one of those people. I mean, I haven't even watched Gotham in a long time. I
gotta take my dog out.
All right. So next week is another Not Mainstream. August 11th. And we're going to talk about Roswell.
Yes.
And
Roswell. See, it's late. Nobody can even speak anymore.
I know. But I got some information. News and cybersecurity. I was messaging him throughout the chat, throughout the evening. And he might join us next week if he has the chance.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I guess he's going to work on that time management of his.
Yeah.
He said he had time management problems, so.
Amy calling you out. Maybe he can
figure that out.
Amy's calling you out. Henry, we met a new person. His name is Mike. He never told me his name.
Oh,
cool, his name's Mike.
Yeah.
He says it is. He says he's a guy too.
Amy did some PI investigation and found out, his name and address and whatever. And he's got a great Twitter. I retweet him all the time. News and cybersecurity. At News and Cybersec, SEC.
Is his last name Aaron Trout?
I hope that'd be great if it was.
That'd be fun.
And he also talked about Randall Shime, RENDLESHAM. It's basically it's Britain's Roswell.
Oh,
okay. I don't know about that one.
Yeah. So hopefully he can join us. Hopefully he can join us next week and talk about Roswell.
Seems like He seems like he's
cool.
pretty smart.
Yeah, he
Has a
seems
brain.
pretty cool.
He has a laboratory.
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, he has a lab. He told me.
Yeah, that's because I don't ask him personal questions. Amy,
No, he volunteered that information. No, I didn't know. He told me that's where he was going.
Yeah, but I've been trying to get him.
I told you, I talk a lot. See, Shane, you don't talk very much, so at least he talks to me and keeps me entertained throughout my day.
Aren't Mike special? Hey, I try to talk to you. Don't lie. I talk to you all the time on Facebook. You message me.
You're like, LOL.
Yeah, what else I'm supposed to respond to? You give something funny, how I'm supposed to respond?
No, you're fine. I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, but hopefully you can join us. And like I said, I saw his Twitter, thought it was epic, and I extended an invitation for him to be an administrator or a editor on politically alternative media. But next week, the 11th, another Not Mainstream Roswell, and we'll discuss some news too, because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of news to discuss. But we're going to focus on Roswell. And then on the 12th of next week is Sasquatch Theater, and we're going to be.
Oh, I'm excited for that. I'm watching.
And we're going to be.
I can't wait
we're going to be watching and making our own movie of The Legend of Boggy Creek. Mm-hmm. We're going to ruin it. Maybe Henry, can you sing? You might can sing that song.
Yeah, I could. Yeah.
Sing a song or make up your own song.
Are you going to sing? Oh, I'm so excited.
And hopefully have enough people next week. If not, we're going to have to do the female voices again.
Okay, let me just say, Henry should not do the female voice whatsoever. Shane, you need to take over that role. And then that one guy.
Tracy? Name? Tracy's cool.
Can I go with him? let me go with him. I'm going to go with that guy. That was so funny. Oh my God, I died.
Yeah, I never know Tracy had it in him. I've known Tracy.
He did really good. He did good.
I mean, the first one we did, and he just, automatically he just said X-Lax, and I'm like, okay, fine then, let's roll with X-Lax.
Yeah.
I saw that one. Yeah, that was funny. I didn't watch that one live. I had to go back and watch it, but that was pretty funny.
Yeah, but Legend of Boggy Creek is next Saturday, and there's like a whole bunch of people on there, and I have no clue of how to do the cast.
You better get on it.
Maybe I could just do let's just do random people, and then if we see somebody talk.
I would laugh too much. See, I couldn't do it because I would probably laugh the whole way through. It wouldn't even. I couldn't contain myself. I have like this laugh, and then sometimes I can't stop laughing, and then just.
I noticed that tonight with you, Amy.
It's like my stomach hurts because I can't stop laughing.
I love your laugh. It's funny.
And
my
then
laugh is like some kind of.
My eyes are tearing, and
every time I laugh, I sound like some kind of evil dictator that's about to take over the world.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, there are some people that have some terrible laughs. No. You have a nice laugh. There's some people that when they laugh, I'm just like, oh my God, where's the earbud? No.
And then in 3 weeks, August 26th is a Sasquatch conference live on YouTube on Tracy's channel. We're gonna have a special guest.
Tracy is a guy. Tracy's a guy.
Arnold. Yes, he is a guy. That is not fake news. He is a guy. But on the 19th is my birthday. I'll be 24.
What are you gonna do?
I have no clue.
You can go on a date.
You asking me out, Amy?
Well, I don't know how that would work out, but you need to go out on a date or something. Like,
all right.
I've already told you. Anyway. Are you still on that Trump thing?
Oh, I haven't been on there in a while, but I think they're mostly fake accounts.
That's not cool. Cool at all.
Yeah. Oh, well.
I don't know. I'll sing to you. I'll Skype you and sing happy birthday.
Marilyn Monroe. You gonna be Marilyn Monroe? You
I
gonna do
can
the
try. I can curl my hair and.
I mean, can you sing like her though?
You would probably have nightmares if you heard me sing.
All right, I'm putting you on the spot. We're still live, so let's sing. Amy, sing.
I am not singing. You have lost your mind.
Hey, I sang. I sung Jethro was a bullfrog on my Shane week. Yeah, I sung.
Well, I'm not singing right now.
Did you see me? Did you see me sing? Yes.
I saw your Shane week. Yes, I did. I didn't get it live because you did it before I got off of work and
I
got
sent you
home.
a link. I sent you.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I can't.
Invite.
I know, but you get home before I do, so I couldn't watch it. I had to watch it after the fact. And that's when I told you, I offered tacos and everything. But,
and I responded and I said, I love tacos.
Tacos.
Taco
Who
Tuesday.
doesn't like tacos?
Yeah, Taco Tuesday.
Okay, if somebody doesn't like tacos, I cannot be their friend at all.
No, that's right.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can't happen.
Sorry, anti-taco.
I have a checklist, and if you can't, go in that checklist, we can't be friends. So, and tacos is on there.
Tacos. Any other food?
Taco Tuesday always puts me in mind of the Lego movie.
What is Chinese food? Yeah, you can't not like Chinese food, right?
I'm sorry, Amy. I'm sorry. I don't like Chinese food. I'm not that ethnic.
You don't like Chinese food?
I'm sorry. I'm not
ethnic.
How do you not like Chinese food? Are you serious?
Maybe is egg roll Chinese or is that Japanese?
Yes.
It's
okay.
Chinese.
I love egg rolls. I love egg rolls. Egg rolls are great.
And they are great. Yeah.
Right,
egg rolls are good. And the little
that's the only Chinese
food. The crab ones. They have like the crab and the cream cheese and they deep fry it. Ooh. Oh, that is so good. Oh, and then the Chinese donuts with like the powdered sugar on it. Those are really good too.
I have not tried the Chinese donuts, but I might like that.
Anything with powdered,
now I'm hungry.
Powdered sugar equals good.
I mean, you can't go wrong with powdered sugar.
It's kind of like funnel cake. It's you go to the carnival and you get that deep fried and then you feel like really guilty for a month for eating it. Well, I don't know. I do.
Our local our local Chinese restaurant has shrimp roll, egg roll. Oh my goodness.
Oh, and I mean, some of them have like they have their house special, and I think that's probably what your local one does. Is probably like a house special where they put all kinds of stuff in there.
You know what? Now I'm hungry for an egg roll.
We have all these fried rice. We have different fried rice. Roast pork, chicken, shrimp, beef, vegetable,
I like all that
fried rice.
That sounds good. Rice. And then when you go to like the the Japanese steakhouse where they cook in front of you, that's really good too.
Oh, I see that on TV a lot. I've never been.
When we lived in Memphis, we had a restaurant called Benihana of Tokyo, and they would do that. They had the grill right there in front of your table, and they sit there and cook on there.
We have like 5 in town. There's this one, it's Kotobuko. Oh, it's so good. And then the guy isn't Japanese at all. I mean, he's like white as can be white.
We have to sue that Japanese restaurant because they're not.
Every time I go in there, because me and my friend will go there at lunchtime, and we sit there and we make fun of. It's just the funniest thing because
is he the only white guy there? Or is everybody Japanese?
Yes, no, he's the only white guy there, and we always ask for his table just so we can make fun of him.
Our Chinese restaurant is it's owned by Chinese.
No, listen, the guy he pretends to be Japanese, okay? So he's talking in this like stupid ass chat. Like it is the funniest thing in the world. It is so funny. Oh my god, I can't. It's hilarious.
We have to sue for racism.
I'm racist. It's just so funny.
No, I'm talking about the guy. We're going to have to sue the Chinese restaurant because he's not, Japanese. Is it Japanese restaurant?
Japanese, yeah.
I'm still on Chinese food for some reason. So we will have to sue the Japanese restaurant because they're not diverse. They have one white guy. Oh, speaking of which, so the movie.
It may be the new immigration policy. Maybe they're not allowed to go.
I was going to say, our Chinese restaurant has a buffet also. So if people want to go in there and get a buffet, like for lunch or whatever.
Speaking of ethnic diversity, the new Dunkirk movie, there's some controversy because they're all white guys, and there's not a black guy or an Asian guy. It's supposed to be a historically accurate movie. There weren't any, black people or Asian people or whatever kind of people you want to bring up during that time period.
No, well, that figures. They have to say something about everything.
Yeah,
maybe we should end this before we get in any trouble.
Yeah, before we get in trouble. We probably already on a hit list by now. So
I'm not on a hit list. Maybe you are.
You guys are associated with me, so all right.
This is your channel. Yeah, it even has Shane's home videos, so
I'm gonna fix that someday.
Yeah,
I'm gonna fix that. I have to think. I have to figure out how to fix it.
Ask Mike how to fix it. He may know.
Yeah.
I'll just call up the Iwan brother and pay him $4 million just to fix it.
Mike's the fixer. Hey, that reminds me. Yeah, Mike the fixer.
No.
All right, so let's try to end this. We've been talking way too much. So next week, the 11th, is another Not Mainstream, Roswell, and if Mike can come on, that'd be awesome. But yeah, we'll talk Roswell, and we'll talk a little bit of news. And then on the 12th is Sasquatch Theater on the Looking for Bigfoot channel. And it would be Legend of Boggy Creek. And then the 26th is going to be the Tracy Arnold's Sasquatch Conference. And some guests, a surprise guest. We can't say anything. But on that note, good night, everybody. God bless America, and God bless President Donald J. Trump.